Okay, our neighbors just left and they look like they have a really nice rig, so we want to go check it out.
Let's go see. Let's go see what it's like. Dude, it's basically like a self-guided tour. I mean, it's okay. They won't know. Here. Jump on.
Okay, ready?
Be real quiet. Don't wake anyone else.
Oh!
Hey guys!
I thought I heard somebody walking up the steps. What
Is this your rig?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
Wait, Ben and Michelle are here from next door?
yeah,
What are you guys
well, we didn't
doing?
think you guys were here, but since you're here,
All right.
maybe give us a tour of the
Wait,
rig.
time out. You didn't think we were here.
We're just checking on everything.
Oh,
Very
you wanted
important.
to see inside.
Well,
You
I mean, it
want-
looks amazing
You
from the
wanted
outside.
to come inside.
We have heard about this
We get
place.
that often. We get that often. Well, come on in. I'll give you a tour. Come on.
I mean, we're here already. We might
Let's
as well.
do it.
Really inexpensive, and so we just went ham on it. Put live edge everywhere.
We actually went ham on it. For sure. Live edge everything.
Okay, but this is actually really cool because it's very personalized and it looks very homey. So what'd you do in this room?
Well, we bought this rig used, and there was a lot of water damage to the floors. So what we ended up doing was we ended up replacing most of the flooring in this main space right here because it was all rotten. So we put down new subfloor, fixed the leaks, and then put in wood or vinyl plank flooring, which turned out really well. If you'll notice, like on the slide here, a lot of people have like carpet and then more carpet as the slide cover, but we actually found matching vinyl to kind of conceal the slide mechanism. The other things we changed were like the slide trim. We took all that down and put up our own and stained it. And I think it turned out really well. Some of the other stuff that we did was like the subway tile right behind you. And then we added this live edge shelving and live edge shelving over there on the kitchen. And then also on the steps. We put in custom steps. We found a mill just outside Atlanta that was selling these live edge boards really inexpensive, and so we just went ham on it. Put live edge everywhere.
We actually went ham on it, for sure. Live edge everything.
Yeah. And then all the lighting got switched, which is actually a really easy job to do. It just requires a 12-volt LED bulb, but we put in IKEA fixtures here, and I think we got these somewhere else online, but I think it turned out really nice.
Okay, a couple things I want to mention about in this room is this island is enormous, and that is amazing that you have so much space here with the island.
We do like it. A lot of them, they tend to put these sinks right in the middle. They did offset it a little bit, but there is a nice working space here, and then we also have the sink covers that you can put in here to get more of a working space.
Okay, so when you put up this subway tile, is this the stick-on kind?
Yes.
And how does it work, though, being right next to the heat from the stove oven?
That's been up for, almost a year now, and it's held up really well. It's also held up in the other rigs that we've had where we've put that on. We've had no issues with being next to the stove.
I think the key really is wall preparation. So Nate has a really good way of like prepping the walls for application, and I think that makes a really big difference.
Yeah, just getting off any grime with all-purpose cleaner and then using rubbing alcohol to prep the surface has worked every single time. We have a lot of the remodel videos and a lot of DIYs for remodeling RVs in general on our channel, and that's Project Trek on YouTube.
And we have like a specific wall prep video, paint video, how to actually change out your lighting fixtures in your RV with regular residential lighting. Because a lot of people think that they can only choose RV lighting, and that's just not the case. You actually can choose anything. It's really in the difference of the bulbs. So we have one of those videos.
We do it all. We do it all. So one thing we really like about this RV is that it came with a residential fridge. We've always had residential fridges in our RVs. We just like them for the space. They have, you know, RVs typically come with propane or 12-volt fridges, but we've always just liked the space. I mean, these things are massive. There's just so much room in there. And then also having the ice maker is a huge bonus.
All right, well, I'm gonna show you guys our bedroom. Since we're talking about renovations and lighting, I wanna let you guys know that before I show you this bedroom, it didn't look like this when we first purchased this open range 376 FBH. What the initial floor plan was that there were these large overhanging cabinets over the bed, and it just really shortened the space. So I'm gonna show you guys what I did, come on. So one thing that we did was we took out this large bank of cabinetry and we added in open shelving, and this just really opened up the space, made the room feel a lot larger. We didn't need the storage above because we actually have storage underneath the bed, and we actually wanted to just brighten the room more than anything. And before you ask, most all of these things are Velcroed down, so we don't have to take them all down on move day, so that does make it a whole lot easier. While we're here, I'll go ahead and show you my pride and joy, but you have to come this way. This is the master bathroom that includes a full washer and dryer. And as you can see, we have another door that gives us the opportunity to exit, which is nice to have the dual entries. So if you have guests over, they don't have to walk through your bedroom like you just did. You did that. You did that. But I love my little master suite. It's a nice retreat away from my children. Now I will tell you, my children got nice, equal love in this entire renovation process because they actually have their own little room, and I would love to show you, so come on.
Okay, so something that a lot of travelers are wondering about is water. Now we have a Berkey, but ours is a travel size, it's smaller. I see you guys have the full-size one?
Yes, we do have room for a full-size Berkey.
Amazing.
And these are actually just two plant stands that we glued together. But this little space right here has been really nice for our Berkey. Obviously we take it down on move days and just sit it over here. But it's in a great spot, and we all stay hydrated because it's just right there.
Okay, so they have 2 kids and we have 2 kids, and our daughters get along really well. They are like best of friends, and it is so sweet to see their friendship. So, okay, how about you show us your kids' space?
Yeah, absolutely, come on. So this is the kids' room. It was originally kind of like a den where there were couches on each slide. So we took the couches out and put in their own bunks. And what I did was I kind of just took plywood, routed out a hole, and then put this facing on. And the facing, like on Anderson's, we put this rock wall on here, and like it's bolted to the frame. It turned out really, really well. The kids love playing on it. And then underneath their beds, we were able to put in more toy storage. So, you know, Legos, remote control cars, all that kind of stuff fits well under there. And then that leaves this space for their closet. So we've got homeschool stuff, their clothes, shoes down below. And then on Anderson's side, this is actually where we have our Dyson vacuum recharging. This space right here, there was actually a bank of drawers and a mini fridge here, and we took it out. And when we took it out, we realized there was a false wall back here, and that gave us about an extra foot to a foot and a half of depth. So we decided to put in a little craft area. Our daughter loves crafting and art, so put that in there and gave her own little space. And then my daughter's side is essentially a mirror image of my son's, but she had certain elements that she wanted to bring in, and so we put a cactus theme over here for her. She really liked that. And then what's nice about this room is that it comes with a half bath. And so we changed a few things in here. We changed the countertops, the sinks, the faucet, and wallpaper. But it's very nice for them to have their own space to kind of make a mess in. So we have our own bathroom. So we also travel with our dog. And so the dog's kennel stays in the kids' bunk area. They actually she doesn't even really sleep in there. She tends to jump on one of the kids' beds, but this is where we keep the kennel. I hope you guys like the inside. Now I want to show you the outside. This is this is why we chose this RV, because of the outside storage. Up front, this came equipped with a 5,500 watt propane generator. So we carry 3 20-pound propane tanks, and each tank on a full load lasts us about 8 hours. So it's not the most efficient, but it is convenient and doesn't stink like gas. And then over here, we've got our latest project, which is really awesome when it's working. We're still working out some kinks. But we have about 600 amp hours of lithium batteries powered by solar panels that are up on the roof. So we just had this installed, and Ben actually helped me tweak some things yesterday, but it's working great now. So we chose to do solar just for the freedom aspect. Cost benefit, it really doesn't make any sense, but being able to camp anywhere you want and not having to run a generator is really nice. A lot of national parks actually don't allow generator use around the clock, and so having that quiet option of energy is really nice, and especially when you're just creating power driving down the road and storing them in these batteries. I'm really excited about it. Over here we have the step above fold down steps. They are nice. It makes it somewhat difficult to get in and out of on travel days, but once you're in a spot and you fold these down, they're really sturdy. A lot of the old fold down RV steps are kind of bouncy, but these are planted right on the ground, and they feel very sturdy. It feels more like stairs that you'd have in your home. So we like that about it. This rig has about 3,500 pounds of cargo capacity, which it was the most up until about 2 years ago, at least for a 2-axle fifth wheel. So this, from this point right here back, is all pass-through storage, which is huge. Most fifth wheels just don't have this at all. They've got the front pass-through, but they don't have anything in the back. And so this allows us to carry everything from our outside screen room to chairs, kids' toys, skateboards, bikes, all that. So it's complete pass-through, and then there's this rear garage area that I'll show you. We're able to store things like bikes and all of our outdoor gear. Again, this was the big selling point for me, was it's not a toy hauler, but it does have quite a bit of space to store stuff. So we have an e-bike, and then the kids' bikes back here, fishing poles, all our backpacking gear is back here. Compared to most fifth wheels, it's just a ton of space, and we went through a lot of trial and error in owning RVs before we came to this one. But this RV I absolutely love. I don't think I would trade out until this thing broke down. So over here on the driver's side of the RV is the other door of the pass-through, so you can see where all this storage comes through. And it's just, I keep a lot of like my sewer hoses here, greases, oils, spray paint, stuff like that. Stuff I need to keep up with the RV that I don't access much, I keep over here. And then over here is the utilities compartment. So this is where your utilities come in. So our hose comes up through here, and we can fill our freshwater tank. We can run city water right through the plumbing straight to our faucets, and we can hook up cable. We don't watch cable, but it's here if you want. And then this comes with a 10-gallon Atwood water heater. Really, we'd never run out of hot water. I was concerned moving from a stick and brick house, where you've got a 50-gallon water heater, to this where 10 gallons, but we never run out of hot water. It's nice. So as I mentioned before, when we were up near the front and you saw where we store our batteries, we have 10 solar panels up on the roof, which supply us power. The idea is that it supplies enough to keep us on roughly like a 30 amp service. So in RVs you've got 50, 30, and 20 amp. And so ideally we're running about half the power to our that we normally do in the RV when we're hooked to shore power, but just with the solar panels. And the idea is that on even a cloudy day, it should be supplying us with enough power to keep our devices charged. Maybe not run an AC unless we're in full sun, but it's still very convenient. So our fifth wheel has a fully loaded weight of about 16,000 pounds, which is kind of middle of the road for fifth wheels as far as weight is concerned. But we chose a 2018 Ram 3500 dually to tow it with. I like having the dualies just for the stability. I've never really towed with anything else, so I wanted to stick with what I was comfortable with. This has been a really nice truck, and the one thing that I searched long and hard for was the upgraded towing package with the ISM transmission. So I was able to get that in here, and then the second thing that we searched long and hard for was the front bench seat. It feels kind of ridiculous having such a large truck and only being able to carry 4, maybe 5 people. So the front flip-up bench seat was a must-have for us, just so that when I'm with my parents, we can all fit in one vehicle. Yeah, so on travel days, it's the 4 of us plus our dog. So it's nice to have this flip-up bench seat. The dog usually sits here, unless the kids are trying to feed her and then give her snacks back there. She'll jump back there, but it's actually pretty roomy. So the truck we got it came with leather seats, and we actually really like that. It's just way easier to clean up after kids and a dog with leather versus cloth seats. But the thing I will never go back to is seats that don't have air conditioning in them. This is amazing. So they have heated seats and heated steering wheel, but it also blows cold air through these perforated seats, and it's a game changer, let me tell you. So one thing that's really nice is it comes with a backup camera, which helps with hooking up the truck, but also the fifth wheel has its own backup camera on the back, which it helps on move days because it helps to have spotters, but it's nice to just see what you're backing up into. So most places I'm actually able to back up without even a spotter. And that helps when it's raining out or cold out. My wife doesn't feel like getting out of the truck. But it shows up on this display, and it's wireless from here all the way to the rear of the fifth wheel, which is almost 55 feet.
And did you add that, or is that something that came with the RV?
The backup camera came with the RV.
Excellent.
Yeah.
What sort of gas mileage do you get with this truck? Is it diesel or is it gas?
So this is a diesel. When we're towing, we get roughly 10 miles per gallon.
Okay.
And this is the rear axle on this is a 373, which was that was the middle of the available rear axle ratios for the 3500. And I'm happy with it. We get roughly, if I try really hard, I can get 20 to 21 miles per gallon driving around town. And then maybe 24 on the highway, and then towing we get roughly 10.
Well, thank you guys for stopping by, but next time I'm gonna need you to knock on that door, okay? Knock on that door.
Hey, be sure to check out our YouTube channel. We've got lots of resources for anyone thinking of getting into a fifth wheel or RV.
We upload every Sunday at 6 p.m. and we would love to see you. We're very casual around here.
And you have videos on like your remodeling and all that stuff too, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
We have videos on remodeling, we have videos on painting, we have videos on a solar install we just did.
Yeah, anything RV.
Yeah.
Perfect.